I've got here, and you know this well, in the state of Texas, a glass of iced tea. Aren't you jealous that I got some tea right now? Those that are in our digital family, somebody's running to the kitchen right now. Honey, give me a glass of tea. I need some tea. Pastor's making me thirsty. This glass, the perks of being the pastor in this moment right now. Little lemon wedge, ice, cold glass. You've done this on a hot Houston summer day. There's few things better than a cold glass of tea. It's refreshing, isn't it? God says, I want the church to be refreshing to people. But we also know, especially in this time period, in this season that we're in, there's nothing better than a hot glass of tea when you end up in a time and a place when you're sitting around the Christmas tree and you get a hot glass of tea. That's a blessing as well. You know what's great about this? Not just a hot glass of tea. First time we've ever used our wedding china in our lives, right here. This is it. Never been used before. 23 years of marriage, and we got it out today to be able to do that. A little hot glass of tea. Now, I'm joking with you. We have used our china. We actually use our china a lot. You know why? Kelly's grandmother had all this beautiful china. She stacked it up in the china cabinet, and the bottom plates ended up breaking because they had been stored for so many years. So we decided we're going to break our china using it. That's how we're going to break our china. So we have china, not all the time, but a lot of the time. But here's our china. If you're wondering what our wedding china was, this is what it looks like. But on a hot tea, sitting by the fireplace, by the Christmas tree, that's good, isn't it? The church should be refreshing, and the church should be healing. Nobody likes lukewarm tea. You want it with ice, or you want it hot and steaming coming out of the kettle. Well, Laodicea was neither cold in refreshing or hot in healing. Here's what we've got to be as a church. The church should be refreshing and life-giving. The church should be refreshing and life-giving. It should be refreshing to us when we come and we get into the things of God. That should refresh us. It should be life-giving. Even when we hear things we don't like, and maybe you didn't like some of the things that I mentioned that people are deciding that God has already decided. Those are actually decided by God because it gives life to walk in holiness and righteousness. It gives life to walk in obedience. And so we want to be a church as Houston's First. We want to be a people of the church that are refreshing and life-giving. And when you're interacting with folks, you as a believer in Christ should be thinking about, in this moment, can I be a refreshing word to them? In this moment, can I be a life-giving word to them in a time of hurt? I want to be, Lord, I want to be hot or I want to be cold. Now, we know hot in our faith, not cold and rigid in our faith, but we don't want to be in the middle. The church is to be inviting, not repelling in its complacency. The church is to be inviting, not repelling in its complacency. And here's what will happen, and what can happen in the modern church, very easy, is we can get really, really formal. And all of a sudden, we're not refreshing or life-giving. We're just rules and regulation. And nobody in society is looking to come to get another place of rules.
Hey, thanks for watching. To find out more about Houston's First, you can subscribe to our channel or you can go to houstonsfirst.org.